Welcome back students to the revision lesson on the phrase and the clause. I hope you all have watched my previous video related to this the phrase and the clause. So let's proceed. Let us just recapitulate the phrase and the clause. Phrase, what is it? It's a group of word and it doesn't have a complete sense of its own, okay? And it doesn't have any meaning until and unless you attach it with some words or a part. It can become a part of its part of a sentence and then give a sense, and it can give you a proper meaning. Okay, so that is a phrase. Now let's see a few examples related to phrase. The sun rises in the east. There came a giant to my door. Show me how to do it. He has a chain of gold, a crown made of gold, an elephant with a white skin, the flag of Spain. The writer was a man of great wealth. The navy of Russia was defeated. Now you see students, the underlined words, these are all phrases. Why these are all phrases? These are all group of words which individually doesn't make any sense. But when you attach it with some few more words, it gives a sense and it frames a complete sentence. Okay, so that is why these are called phrases. Just see, in the east. Now individually if I say in the east, it doesn't give any sense. What do you mean by in the east? What different question arises in our mind? Now just attach the sun rises. You see, the meaning changes and there is a sensible meaning. Then everyone understands that what is meant by in the east, right? The sun rises in the east. So this is how this is the use of phrase. Okay, this is how the phrase group of words, that is the group of words, when it's attached to few more words, it gives a sense and it frames a correct sentence, a complete sentence. Now clause. Students, I have already discussed lots about clauses. What is it? Again, as phrase, it is also a group of words. But the phrase, I said that it doesn't give any complete sense. But over here, and the phrase doesn't have a verb, right? It doesn't have a subject and a verb of its own. But over here, in a clause, it has a subject. A clause has got a subject and a verb. Okay, now one more thing, it has a complete meaning, as phrase doesn't have a complete meaning. So you saw that there is a difference between phrase, what is the difference between a phrase and a clause. Let's check whether a sentence is a clause or not. He plays football regularly. Now he plays football regularly. Now what is the subject over here? He. Now what is the verb over here? Plays. And what is the object over here? Football regularly. Okay, so now you see students, this frames a correct sentence and a sensible sentence, right? So here is a verb, here is a subject, and these are all group of words, okay, combined together, and the meaning is very clear. Hence this particular sentence fulfills all the 3 points related to clause, and hence this sentence is a clause, right? Now see, clauses are divided into 2 parts, dependent clause and independent clause. Now I discussed already that what is a dependent clause and what is an independent. Dependent means a group of words which are dependent on the other part of a sentence to give a complete sense. Separately it doesn't have a complete sense, and it is joined with the other part of a sentence with the help of a coordinating clause, that is a joiner. Okay, joiner. Now what is an independent clause? A group of words which has a subject and a predicate and gives a complete sense. Okay, it is individually or you can say it is self-dependent. Individually this particular clause has a complete sense. It does not need the help of any other words to give it a complete sense. Okay, so individually it is complete. So these are independent clauses. So now dependent clause also has a subject and a verb. It's not that it doesn't have a subject and a predicate of its own. It has a subject and a predicate, but the meaning is not complete. Okay, now look at few examples mentioned over here. He has a chain which is made of gold. He has a chain which is made of gold. Which is made of gold? Is made of gold is the just divide the sentence. He has a chain. Okay. It is as I said, it is divided into two parts. Dependent and independent sentence. Now independent is he has a chain. This particular sentence is a independent sentence. Why? Because it has a subject, a predicate and a complete sense. We do understand that he has a chain. Now next part of the sentence. Which is made of gold. Now what do you mean by this? Which is made of gold. It has a subject, it has a predicate. Okay, this particular sentence also has a subject which is. Which is means which is related to what? Chain, right? Subject. And which is made of gold. Now there is a predicate also, which, and the other part of the sentence is the predicate. Which is the subject and the other part of the sentence is the predicate. Now students, see, what do you mean by this particular sentence? Which is made of gold? Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. Hence, it is a dependent sentence. Until and unless we attach it with the other part or any other sentence, it doesn't give a complete sense. Hence, it is an dependent sentence. And now we will attach this sentence with the other part of a sentence with the help of a joiner. So, what is the joiner used over here? Which, right? Which is acting as a joiner also in this sentence. It is acting as a subject also and it is acting as a joiner to the sentence also, right? We cannot start while it is raining. Now, while it is raining, does it give a complete sense? No, it doesn't give a complete sense. We cannot start. Yes, it's a complete sentence. It has a subject and a predicate of its own. And the next part of the sentence also got a subject and a predicate, but it doesn't give a complete sense. And then it is joined with the word while, right? Then while is the joiner. Coordinating clause. That is called the coordinating clause. I think that you have made a mistake. Now, I think, okay, it's a complete sentence on its own. Subject and a predicate is there. Okay, but the other part of that you have made a mistake. Now, what do you mean by this? It doesn't give a complete sense. Hence, it's the dependent sentence. Until and unless you attach few of the words, it will not give a complete sense. And that is the joiner used over here. That is the joiner used over here. It is trying to join two sentences. Okay, that is a coordinating clause. And then you have made a mistake. They started. Okay, it's a complete sentence. Though it is, there are two words, but it's a complete sentence. When morning came. When morning came. So, when is acting as a joiner over here. So, you are asked to underline the clauses. So, what are the clauses over here? Which is made of gold while it is raining. That you have made a mistake when morning came. So, when you are asked to underline the clauses, you are asked to underline the dependent clauses. Okay, you are never asked to underline the independent clauses. You are asked to underline the dependent clauses. I hope it's very clear to you. Now it's a practice time. Just see and try to practice and try to underline the clauses and underline the phrases. I hope students it's very clear to you all. Again, revise again and again so that the topic becomes very clear to you all. Thank you all of you. Keep watching and keep practicing. Bye-bye.